Hello, saxophones, and welcome to song number 91, the Banana Boat song. This song is your red belt test song. Um, there are no new notes in this song, there are no new rhythms in this song, but it does teach us some new vocabulary um, and a new way to play and kind of like read music. So let's right off the bat go into what that new vocabulary is. And it's actually a few words. One, it's here at the very end of the second line where you see this abbreviation DC and then al fine. And then up here as well, the word fine again. So, what do these words mean? Are they connected? Are they related? And they are. Let's figure out what it does for our song. Well, what we would do normally for any song, we would start at the beginning and we would play the whole first line as usual. Then, of course, like all the other songs, you would go down to the next line and keep playing and keep playing. This time, though, at the end of this second line, well, we see this phrase DC al fine, and if you remember way back in the beginning of B Band, we were talking about, oh, how do we know when a song ends? Because sometimes at the end of the song, we could see a repeat sign. Other songs don't. And then, well, how do we know where the ending of the song is? Well, if you remember, the way we tell the way a song ends is we're looking for something called the double bar line. And the double bar line, I guess I'll keep this red, is a single thin line plus a thicker second line right next to that. I'm going to do my best to make this red line a little bit thicker without getting too crazy. All right, so that right there, this would be a double bar line. A single thin line with a thicker line right next to it, to the right. I'm looking at the end of the second line. I don't see that. I see kind of two thin lines next to each other, but I don't see that thick line telling me it's really the end of the song. Well, as I look through the song, I need to try to find the ending, and I'm looking for that double bar line, and I see it actually right here. I see the single thin bar line, and then the thicker bar line, which would be the double bar line right there, telling us it's the end of the song. So now we know, okay, well, that's the end of the song all the way up here. How do I get to the ending? Now it's a little confusing, right? It's like, well, do I just play 1, 2, 3, 4 measures, then I just stop because there's the double bar line? Well, no, you don't. We already said that we're going to play the whole first line and keep going. Play the whole first line. We're going to play the whole second line. And then this DC al fine. Now we're going to learn what this means. DC is an abbreviation for some Italian, and the DC stands for da capo. Da capo. And what that means is the beginning. So, the beginning, da capo, and then al fine. This, if we translate this Italian to English, means to the end. So we're going to go da capo al fine, or in English, the beginning to the end. So after we play here, we get to this last note. We are going to go back to the beginning, da capo, which is here, and we're going to play to the end, or the fine, which is right here, and there's our double bar line. So the way we play this whole song is play the whole first line, play the whole second line, go back to the beginning, and play until we get to the fine and the double bar line. All right, so that's our path through this song. Let's get into actually learning the song now. We're going to start with, of course, like we usually do, with the rhythm of a small chunk of this song. And we're going to go the first 1, 2, 3, and 4 measures. We're going to go the first 4 measures rhythm only. I'm going to do a quick check. I see half notes, I see tas, and I see TTs. So remember, a half note is how many beats? 2 beats long. And then we know we have tas, 1 beat, and then we have TTs, and that's all we have. So let's read the rhythm using our metronome for smart music. Our tempo, our speed, let's turn this down to, I don't know, let's go 70. All right, saxophones, let's read the rhythm together using tas and TTs. Read with me. Ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, ta. One thing, little tongue twister. We have a TTs back to back right here. T, 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 T. So don't let that trick you up. Let's go back and let's go through notes. We have high G. Next we have high D, high E, high D. And now we have a G, but is this low G or high G? Well, this G over here in the beginning was high G, and we need to remember we know it's high G because it's at the top. Things that are notes that are towards the top of the lines and spaces are high notes. This G is closer to the bottom, so that's how we know it's low G. So we have G, G, B. This TT is the same note, so it's B and then another B. And then this measure here, our TT is A, G, A, and then our half note is a G. I'm going to break this into even a little bit smaller, actually. I'm going to go just 2 measures. I'm going to go this measure and the second measure. Let's play that with smart music. Here we go. All right, half notes, 2 beats each. The notes are not very hard. High G, D, E, then D. We already went over the notes and rhythms for these next 2 measures, so let's play them. Okay. Now, once again, saxophones, please remember that you can pause the video, rewind it, watch me reteach something. You can try to play something after me or try to play it with me. So let's go back to the beginning and now play the first 4 measures. All right, saxophones, we're going to move on. The next 2 measures, let's look at rhythm first. I see TTs, I see some tas, and I see 1 half note. And remember that a half note is worth how many beats? 2 beats. Let's read our rhythm using smart music to help keep track of the tempo. Read with me. Ti, 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 ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. Easy enough rhythm right there in those 2 measures. Let's go over notes. So you may be thinking, whoa, this looks kind of crazy. It's just 2 TTs, but they're connected with 1 bar at the top. So we're going to say T, 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 T. That's all. T, 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 T. It's not crazy. It just looks a little different. So our first TT is 2 Gs, and they are low Gs. There we go. Our next TT is 2 Bs. Our ta is a D. The next TT, same note, so they are both Bs. And then we have a C, high E, and then our half note here is a high D. Now that we read the rhythm and gone over the notes, let's play these two measures. Alright, feel pretty confident about that. Let's just go over those two measures again really quick, and I'll play them for you again. And remember that rhythm is ti 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 ta, ti ti ta ta ta. Here's those two measures again. I feel really confident about that. Let's go back and just play the whole first line of the song. Sorry, saxophones. It stopped because it thought I was actually at the end. It's not. So, well, that's fine. You heard the first four. Again, that's fine with me. Let's play the whole first line of the song now. All right. Sorry about those actions. I think you've seen that happen before. When a song Inspire Music thinks I'm actually at the end of it, when I'm currently not. So I probably should have refreshed and reloaded my page. My apologies, but that's okay. Let's keep going now to the second line. Now I'm just going to look at these next two measures here, which would be measure 7 and measure 8. Let me look at the rhythms. I see tas, I see TTs, and one half note, which is worth 2 beats. Now I've seen these two measures before in this song. I've seen this exact same rhythm. I've seen these exact same notes. And they are right here, actually. Ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, ta. Same rhythm and same notes. So I'm not going to break apart the rhythm and the notes for you. I'm just going to play these two measures for you. If you need a reminder of what the notes and rhythms are, I have every confidence in you, every bit of confidence that you can figure this rhythm out, these notes out by yourself by just pausing the video, reading them, and maybe if you need to, do a quick check write-in of some notes, or you can rewind the video and see me teach and break apart these two measures up here. So I'm going to play measure number 7 and number 8 for you now. Easy enough, and let's keep going to the next two measures. I'm doing a quick scan of rhythm first. I see TTs, I see some tas, and one half note here at the end. And remember that a half note is worth how many beats? It's worth 2 beats. So, rhythm. Let's read the rhythm for these two using tas and TTs. Read with me. T T T T ta, T T T T ta, ta. Now, I'll give you some couple seconds here to look at these two measures. Do they look similar to something we've already played in this song? I'm looking at the rhythm. I'm saying the notes of the letters of each of the notes to myself in my head. So yes, I have seen something very similar to these two measures already. And it's actually these two measures up here. T T T T ta, T T ta ta ta. Pretty much the exact same notes and very similar rhythm. T T T T ta. Ready, Ti 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 ta, ti 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 ta ta. Well, what's the difference? Because there is something different. Well, in this measure here, the first note is a ta, C. And down here, this is a TT and not a ta, but they're still both C. So letters of notes exactly the same, just that rhythm's a little bit different. This time up here, it's a ta, and this time down here, it's a TT. All right, I know the notes because it's literally the exact same notes, just a TT instead of a ta is changed. So let's play these two measures. All right, feel pretty confident about that as well. I'm going to now look at the last two measures of the song here. I see. Let's see. Let me compare. Have I seen these two measures somewhere else in the song as well? I'm reading the rhythm to myself in my head. I am saying the letters of the notes to myself in my head. And yes, I have seen these two measures before in the song. I've seen them in two other places. These two measures here are the exact same thing as measures 7 and 8, and as measures 3 and 4. So let's play the last two measures of the song. Here we go. And as you can see, even Smart Music did it for us. We played the last note, and then we were supposed to go back to the beginning, which it did, and then it would have gone through this measure, the second measure, the third measure, and then the fourth measure, and then it would finally stop after we have reached the last note, because here's the fine, and here is our double bar line. All right, I'm going to reload my page so I can reset my song. And then after it's done loading, I'm going to play the whole song, the first line, the second line, go back to the beginning because of the da capo al fine. And then when I go back to the beginning, I'll play from the beginning up until the fine, where I will stop at the double bar line. I'm going to readjust my speed back down to, I think I had it at 70. Here we go. Here's the whole song, all the way through, da capo al fine included, and this is the red belt test song. So this is what you're going to have to do to get your red belt. All right, saxophones, that is how you play your red belt test song. I hope this helps you in learning it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or send me a message. Bye, saxophones.